And welcome again. And Mom is marking out her thing, or as we jokingly call cheating. But
I'm not using a ruler.
No, that's right. So not completely. Yeah. No. It's funny because I was teasing with that, and then there was some post where it was kind of talking about that. It was like, I don't want to have anybody feel hindered by. He was like, you can do that. It's okay. This is, as far as the method part goes, I would recommend against, like we were, if you were on the string class last time and we were talking about that and you want to use it as the Zentangle method and for meditation and mindfulness and just to release things and not worry about stuff, I would highly recommend not worrying about planning things out. But when it's Zentangle inspired art, it's okay. So I need to distinguish that so that we don't have anybody feeling like, oh, like as if it's wrong. It's not. Okay, so let me share in the chat. So for those that are new to us, I'm going to put links to the step outs, which are instructions, in the chat. So that way you have access to them. And that way if you're on, or whatever device that you're on, that way if you need to flip back and forth, you can. Or you can always just save them for later. I will be sending out a recap with both of the both sessions, as well as pictures of anybody that either emails their final works to me or I swipe them off of our Facebook group. And I just realized I need to find, let me go back to the group because I wanted to find Deb's post. And so we're premiering a Tangle again. It's so much fun. So Debbi Minero, who is on, and been on. Gosh, it was one of those where it seems like it's been a good long time. But so she posted on the group a Tangle she came up with, and I was like, well, let's we'll share that on Thursday. It kind of helped me because I was like, oh, good, I don't have to worry about what we're doing. And we had a lot of fun with it. And I didn't have a chance though to put her pictures along with her step out and things like I do for other stuff on here we go. Okay, this will help. On a separate post, and so that way everybody has it. But I will do that before I send out this recap so that way everybody has it. Okay, and so let me share my screen and we'll explain that. And then as an add-on, because sometimes, and this is up to everybody, as usual, we're just here to explore tangles, and you can work on whatever you want to. Mom's working on circles on Zendalas. I'm going to work on a square piece. So a lot of people are working in a sketchbook. That's up to you. We're just exploring the Tangle, having as much fun with it as we possibly can. So you can either just do Havasu, which is the name of the Tangle, or like I left mine. I did a border, and then I did Can Do in the middle, which was yesterday's daily Tangle, and I will share that as well. And it's like I said, it's up to you how much fun you want to have. All right, so let me share my screen. Oh, there. Okay. And okay, so my version of Debbie's step out. The first step is you want to put X's along, so whatever path that you want to take. If you want to do a border, put the X's spread apart, along your border, or if you're doing it, across the page, however you want to do it, it's X's, but you want to separate them. Then we're going to aura each side of the X, and to aura is just to outline, as you can kind of see here in red. And what I have forgotten to explain, for those new to Zentangle, on most step outs, red is what you do. And then as you see in the next box, which I neglected to number mine, I always do mine as you would read from left to right and then go down. And Zelda, yeah, I'll with the one I mentioned the other day, or that I mentioned earlier, maybe Amnu, asking, what was the other flower's name? It's Can Do. If you're mentioning what I have here, but anyway, so, and the red is always the step. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll double check when we get to that part in just a second and make sure that we're thinking the right one. So we're gonna aura each side, and then we're gonna connect where the points are. So from the outer points of where we auraed, we're gonna connect those with a straight line. Or it can be curvy. We'll say that because if you're doing it on a curve, however you want to do that. But we're connecting those two lines, and then in the center, from those two center points, we'll connect those as well. And then coming back and subdividing each of those sections. Then after that, this is it's kind of the decorative phase, but we're going to put I found it easier to think of these as squares, but two of them are one on top of the other, so it looks like a rectangle. So we're going to put those right next to the X's, and then just a single one on the top and bottom, and then a kind of a free floating X in the middle, and that is it. But let me show you Facebook. Okay. Oh, and let's see if I need to make this maybe bigger. But so you see what Debbie says, that there's her first Tangle. Yay, congratulations. And we all love it. And it's named after the city Lake Havasu, which is the resting place of her parents, and also honors our Native American heritage. And so, and on here it's sideways, but I did want to point out, let's see if I click on it, that helps a little bit. Oh, and I can make it bigger here. That these little, the top and the bottom of the X, you can decorate it, or say like she has it filled in, or just a line, or you could leave it blank, however it moves you. Here's a not so closer up of the Tangle sample that she did. And then let me go back, because later okay, so here, one of the inspirations, 50-year-old crocheted blanket from her grandmother. And so part of the inspiration, so that way it's just nice to see. Let me make those a little closer. So it is just really, really cool. Yeah, and I see it, and very cool. And I see the colors in there. Oh, and this is her work from today. So it's just very nice. All right. And let's see. So that's like I said. Well, and I like what she did here, where you could fill in the space, so it doesn't have to just be a border. You just do another set right after, just like she has here in her tiles. So that's something you can do as well. Now, if you want to do the flower thing that I added afterwards, it's Can Do, and I misspelled it on it's Can Do with a U. I wrote an O, and I in the file name, so I'll have to fix that at some point. But this one starts with 5 curved lines, and I'll save time to demonstrate this, towards the end too. We'll do the Havasu first. So 5 curved lines, all coming from the same point in the middle, and then we put diamonds, triangles on the inside, and you can kind of see. They don't look like they look weird, like weird triangles, but it's just because I've kind of auraed the contour of the shape that that's right around them. Then from each spoke, we're going to do a curve line from the spoke to the center of the triangle, and kind of going on each side, as you can see, and it creates a neat flower-like shape. And then we can shade it. So this one, and I'll share, this is CZT Teresa Fessler, and I'll share her work as well, just real quick. And so there's options. And so that's why I have this big or here. So you can either do it that first way, or come back and do another set of spokes, just, kind of close to each other. Same thing, do the triangles, same thing, doing those curved lines. But as you can see, the curve that creates this separation becomes very apparent because we're only doing this, so this spoke is, we're doing the curved line to the triangle. The other spoke is going to the other. So it leaves this neat gap. And then there's many play options. And so one is where you do a curve line starting from I was kind of going top center and then having the curve line coming, back to the same place as the other ones. This one, you follow this, what becomes an opening. And so from each side, we're just taking it over kind of midway-ish, wherever you want on, that would be like the right side of the triangle, that curve line there, and taking both of them over. And so that makes a neat look. And then this one, you can just kind of have them trail off and end however you want. And with that, and that's what I did on mine, was I had it, as you can see here in this sample, where they can kind of connect. So it doesn't have to end. That if you put a bunch of them in, they can connect. Like if you've done Blooming Butter, I think that was Blooming Butter flower tangle. And I think Kangular were doing this similar thing. And there's several of them that look like this, where you have this opening, and you can create a connector between them. So anyway, so that one was fun. I'm gonna get this link and put it in the chat so that way you have it. Oh, and here's this. If you go to, if you end up, if you're on Facebook or if you're on my YouTube channel, I do have links to these on there as well. But this was what I was going on, and it was just kind of like, wait, I'm trying to figure out what's the path here. So it was an interesting way of doing a step out. But I think I did it well in what I did. Oh, and hi to Sharon, if you don't mind turning off your webcam for now. And let me stop my screen share. And if you can't get it, I can get it here in a second. And we've had, looks like maybe, oh, there we go. Thank you. Maybe if we've had a number of people joining us, I'm not sure. But, if you've joined recently and you haven't said, hi, where are you from in the chat? And if you're new to Zentangle or just new to us, would love to know that. Okay, so we will get rolling. Oh, and so, Zelda, was it that one? Is it the Can-Do you were thinking of, or was it a different one that I was mentioning? Because I also had mentioned this one called Omnu that could kind of look like a sunflower. But we were just focusing in on this one. Oh, okay. And the Omnu. And you know what? Oh, that's what I did before, I think. Oh, okay. I'll put that in because, let me find it really quick. That way, if you are interested in that one, you can. You just have to find it. Yeah, or if you have another favorite tangle, or, it's one of those, it's up to you, whatever you want to put. You don't have to, put this, the Can-Do in there. It was just, I would a lot of times think, well, that's not what I want. That it might not take, the full time. And that way, if you want to pair it with something, you can. And I will put that in the chat. So if you want to take a look at that one, it's kind of a fun one too. All right. So, and what did you get here? Well, it's like, I figure, Cassie, that everybody is especially, that's been here more than twice, has already started and halfway through their first one by the time I get done yapping. So, all right. So I'm going to go a different route. I do believe. I think I'm still going to do a border, but and so what I'm going to do is I'll probably do a border, one way, and then maybe I'll finish it. But that way I can restart it. So that way, if anyone, misses something or, or needs to see it again type of thing, then it's covered. And let's see. So I'm going to just start in this corner. I'm going to try to make my X's more squared versus, and I'm going to go on either corner. And I've made these ones smaller. I think well, let's see. Shall I fit 2 in? Oh, I don't know. It's easier to just go in the middle. Why not? And what's nice about this, and you go for it, yeah. And thanks, and that's it. And Deb's on the call. Deb is the originator of this tangle, and we're so excited. It's just so much fun to have one of our community, doing a tangle. And hi, Karen from Ohio. All right, and you know what's nice about this is that even if it's not so even, it's okay. It'll all work out fine. It just adds to the character. Yeah. And then what I'm going to work to do is aura a little bit nicer. I noticed when on my earlier one, I could tell where I started, and we were having some technical issues, so I kind of get a little frantic-minded, and so it shows in my tangling. And so this time I was like, nope, okay, I'm just going to focus on, oh, see, look at how nice that looks. Nice and even-ish. I shouldn't say anything that's going to jinx me. So you kind of pick whatever distance you want for your aura. What?
I just had a thought. Is Rosemary on tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, because seeing her post, she posted what she did today. Yeah, there she is. And I'm thinking, because she did one and I commented and I really liked it. But she had like a instead of the solid X to start, she had an orb and then just lines, and then she made the orb into a gem. And I'm thinking, you have to really think ahead if you want to do that.
Right.
It's too late. I can't do it.
Next one.
But I really liked the way it looked.
Yeah. Well, and so that's always the next one. You can get extra creative. Oh, I didn't finish this. I got this one poor X half done over here. It's like Solomon Grundy. We do half. We do the right side of the top aura-ing on Monday, and then
I was going to say, you're probably going to have to explain that because a lot of people.
Sesame Street.
Is that what that's from?
Yes, it's Solomon Grundy. He washed his right hand on Monday, and he washed his left foot on Tuesday, or something like that. And it goes through the whole thing, and
it takes him all week to get clean.
Yeah, no, at the end it was something like, "Oh, poor Solomon Grundy, he's all dirty again," or something. I can't remember, but yeah, it was so funny. Oh, the things that get left in your brain. And everyone can go search for that. It is was he born? Was that part of it? Born on Monday? I don't know. We'll have to go searching for.
Oh, great! Another song that's going to go through our mind all.
Old school Sesame Street. You probably have to clarify that.
This morning it was Quando.
Right. Okay, and I decided to do my lines. I like to start for whatever reason on the center. So coming from the center point to the center point, and then come back and do the tops. And I wouldn't say, unless it's really off, I also try not to worry about if it's not straight. I'm just focusing on point to point, and that's it. And then when we come back, we're just putting one in the middle of these sections that we've already done. Like so. Okay. Oh, and let's see. I think I'm going to do, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to add another color in here. We'll just see what. So once you have all those lines, then what I found is I also have to look good, or look and find the right perspective to look. Because sometimes if I have the tile just the wrong way, I'm not seeing, like, eyeballing where my lines are. So what I work to do is for these little blocks. So I'm getting right up close to the X. What my problem was before was that sometimes my X's aren't even. So like drawing a straight line from, because we're going outside, like on either side of that middle line. So a little box on the top and a box on the bottom, but I'm doing that straight line, and sometimes it just didn't end up. But you know what? I resolved myself to just, whichever place I was starting, then I was just going to make a straight line. And if it didn't come to that line, then okay, because I wanted it just to be straight. Oh, it's in Debbi said, yeah. Well, let's say this tangle, and I don't know. I didn't. Well, actually, I found this on and I'm not sure how to pronounce it. The Muskertal. Let me just look at that. And we're talking about the can do. Because when I said can do and I spelled it with an O, so then that got then it got added with a Q in there. And usually a QA is pronounced like a K. It's like I remember looking up for Scrabble words, and you can spell cat QAT, and that's always helpful when you get those Qs and you don't know what to do with them. But let me see. This is it's I'm not sure where this other. Oh, well, yeah, Muster Quell, Muster. Let me just bring it up. Let me put the link in. So it's like a European version of tanglepatterns.com. I'll just put this in there. It's not, I mean, if you know the language, or if you install, DE, what is a .de? Is it German? Germany? I'm not sure. No, that's GR. Oh, is it? Okay, good. So anyway, if you have the translator installed, or you can speak German, or read it anyway, but you can make your way through pictures, and it's nice. So some of them are the same that you'll see on Tangle Patterns, so you can submit these anywhere. And I didn't look to see how things are submitted, but you can always take a look. But I found some other neat things that weren't on there, and that's where I found this Omnu was on there. So I like to just kind of peek and find from different resources versus just kind of being the same. That's why I love it when we have people like Deb that are creating. Okay. So, and then we got to put the one little box in the center. I haven't colored these in. I'm just leaving them blank or open because I don't know if I want to use blue or I want to do something else. So I'm just going to leave them open until I decide. And then a little X right kind of in the middle of those. Oh, that looks nice, Mom.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, now I'm going to do another row. Let's see if I can spread those guys out a little bit. Well, maybe if I do, since I have one already set. Ooh, I'm all of a sudden thinking maybe I'll just do this corner and then do something else. That could be kind of neat too. Now it's a little bit more even.
I'm just looking for some other color pens to go with what I've done.
Ah.
I keep coming up with dry ones.
Oh no. Oh, and then we talked about shading. And oh yeah, Tom and Carly, yeah, I was thinking the same thing, that the DE was for Deutschland. I was hoping that was right, but I think I've seen GR, and maybe that's something else now. All right. Yeah, we talked about, what did we talk about for shading? Because I didn't shade mine at all, and you don't have to, but you could have it where kind of your shading right on the outside of the X, so that way it's like, this is going underneath, where you have the lines is going underneath the X's. That's something that you could do, or not, and just have it be without shading. That is okay too. Yeah. I love that. Like, this is like when you add the extra lines in, that all of a sudden what I was looking at thinking, that's not very nice looking. and then you add that middle line in, and it's like, oh, that works good. Let's see. Oh, okay. So Deb says you did the top and bottom lines and the sides of the X. Oh, with the shading. Oh yeah. Yeah, because the top and bottom too. Yeah, because we don't want to forget those. And I like what you were doing with those there, Mom.
Oh, which one?
Yeah.
I exaggerated the points. I'll probably come back and fill them in. I haven't decided yet.
Okay. Go ahead, Shirley.
Yeah, can you show the one that you did with the can-do in the center? Because that has 5 spokes, and if I'm doing a square, I've got 4 spokes. Or I did
mine with 4.
Yeah, throw yours up there, Mark. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did mine with 4, and I only had 4 big X's, and I wanted them to kind of lead into that.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those you can do with as many
either way
as you want.
Yeah, you could probably do more than 5 if you wanted to too, if it's big enough, I suppose.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I had my 4 coming out and going into an X, and then I did the 5th one with the what looks like more like an arrow. It looks like an arrow, just because I just thought. Well, I think Deb mentioned it looks like an arrowhead, and it kind of goes with the Native American type of look. And I thought, well, yeah. So I did that. I just have to finish doing some coloring and stuff.
Thank you, ladies.
Yeah, pleasure. But and I think let's see. I'm gonna play with it just this way.
I'm noticing I have the same setup that I had this morning.
Yeah.
There's much more of a shadow from my hand, and I'm thinking it's because there was light in the room from the window this morning.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, let's see if I changed my whole angle.
Okay.
Oh wait, that works better.
Okay.
I think.
And yeah, I noticed that too. Is that sometimes when you have natural light, even if my curtains are kind of drawn, it still just adds something. It was really bad when I was like, I can't think of what I want to do, but it's still okay. Maybe I'm going to color this in, since I'm using a gray tile. That was something that I didn't do either, was I'm like, oh, I could add some white, and I just haven't decided where I want to add the white in. All right. But, oh, I don't need to do this. I've got a red pen right here somewhere. There we go. Well, we'll see how red that looks on. And I don't know why. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, that looks nice. You know, say the blue is more blue versus, I do kind of like the somewhat turquoisey, but that's all right. I'll add something else in here too. I just don't know what. Besides some white highlights somewhere. And for those that, and I didn't explain, it's too late now, but I didn't explain, so that, Mom and I do things differently, and, that, especially for those that are new, we can follow either one, even, we're both kind of doing our somewhat own thing, although I do more right to the way the step out is, and Mom elaborates.
Is that what it's called?
That's what I'm calling it today. But I really do like how you made those more like diamonds, coming out of the bottom part of those X's. That looks really neat. And also for those new to Zentangle, we learn the steps and the step out, and then we break the rules that are of them.
You put your own spin on it.
Yeah. We just get a creative idea, and it's we still, you can at least still tell what the tangle is, and I was talking about last week. It's like I attribute it to like jazz, where to me it's not jazz if you can't recognize if you can't hear a melody, and you just hear a bunch of
noise.
Oh yeah, noise, squeak, squawks, whatever they do. I don't know what I forget. I know there's a name for it, if it's fusion or I don't know what, but it's like, well, if you can't recognize the tune, it's kind of like you don't have a theme and variations if it's not based on something. But it just makes it extra fun. And for those like me,
when they just make kind of noises.
Yeah, it's just
not my thing either.
No, it's like nope. Oh, well, I kind of see, and then we do the R&D. So, and then especially like afterwards, when we all look at what everybody else has done, and then when you want to do it again, we do. That's our R&D. So we then rip off and duplicate what we. It's like, oh, I like this or that. Oh, I'm going to try that next time, and it's just really fun. But I'm gonna add a little. I don't. Let's see. Do I want to go out or do I want to? I think I'm at least going to aura again. The inside of these, the top and bottom of the X's, and with the red, because I'm feeling like it just needs something else there. And then sometimes, I know for me, because I and that's where I go with the, not an artist thing, because, it seems more laborious for me, kind of going outside of the box. But practice it. Oh, and it's interesting how the red looks different when it's not, because I'm not, I don't have a border of blue in these triangles, and it almost looks like a little bit different color. Because I don't have that, well, I'm not also, yeah, because it's not surrounded directly with that blue.
I noticed that too, Heather.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, because I was debating whether I should, do the black triangle first, but it looks nice with it being 2 different shades.
Yeah. It's like 2 different shades, and I didn't have to change anything. You just gotta love it when that happens. Oh. And going, and maybe, I think that's maybe some of what oh no, on my other one, what I did was I extended the line, so I had the lines coming out the other way. I didn't have them continuing this way, but that's what I'm like, I knew I did something. Oh, and I'm missing something right here. So, but maybe on these couple that are on the inside, I'll do maybe something else. But it was just feeling empty there, and that's probably why. Oh, and then I have another thought with that. We'll see what happens. And let me check the timing. Oh goodness! All right, so I'm gonna jump and do
the first one. You also did red on the X, didn't you?
I alternated them. So I had like this, light, hoping to be turquoise blue on the 2 sides, and then what I ended up doing afterwards was I went a little thicker around the because you couldn't see the blue. The red you could see just fine, but then I decided, well, for all of them, I will. Well, these are, yes, I'm making the X a little bit darker in here. So I decided I would make it kind of a halo around, so that way it's consistent. But yeah, it turned out kind of good. Okay, so, and I think I will do. Oh, I know what I will do. Let me grab. I'm going to use a white pen. So if you want to try the can do, I'm going to do a big one right down here in the center bottom. And all right.
Oh, that would be kind of neat, Heather.
Yeah,
that's the one corner and then having the can do.
Yeah. Every once in a while, it's like, let me just step out of my comfort zone and do something, where the border's not all the way around or up, top and bottom. Every once in a while. All right, so starting in the center, nice curve line, and I do the first set first. Pieces of from the little bijou tiles, from them being in the box or whatever. There's these little fringe pieces of stuff. Okay, then so then what I decide, so I've gone through once, and then I decide, well, which is thicker, because this way you can kind of even out, because when you do the second one, you can do it on either side. So if things ended up, oddly, this looks very nicely even. I almost didn't want to touch it.
I know, that's really good. Mine were very uneven, and I used that theory as I did the second
Okay.
It really helps to even it out.
I'm anchoring this moment. It's like, wow. See, you know what? I was talking. I wasn't thinking. It's another proof for not thinking about stuff. But so if they're a little uneven, that's what I would decide is like, well, which way do I want to do this second line? Well, this one, I should be able to like consistently do them on the same side. I think also the magic of the gel pen, and you have to go slower, so that way it cooperates. That probably helped too. Okay, then we have the little triangle, and I like to start that with the top for whatever reason. And then again, I was, somewhat auraing the contour, so like, so it's not going to look like a straight triangle. Yeah. Okay. Then the curve lines from each side of the spoke to the center-ish. And it's really interesting, depending on how long your spokes are and the position of the triangles, you can really get some different shapes just by playing with those alone. This is kind of neat. Now, and then decide which one do I want to do. I already did the one where I had them kind of going out, and it's like I still feel like I need to do something to that because I'm not really liking it all that much. It just means I'm not done. As Diane says, oh, that looks really neat, Mom.
Thank you.
And I like how you go behind.
That's right.
That was the aim.
That was my intention. I'm not being lazy. I'm using graphite this time to make it pop.
Oh, okay. But the marker, it just has a different look.
Yeah.
It has that subtle look. I know you're doing this because Tom's on, and Tom will say, "Go darker, go home." Right, Tom?
And that's what I'm doing. I'm pointing.
We got clapping.
I'm pointing the point where I want the darkest shade.
I'm gonna do these ones.
I got a tortillion that's unwrapping from the. Oh, you know what?
I tape it.
Which, you know what I do sometimes though? If I use the white chalk pen, I'll use this end to blend it.
Oh.
I bet that's what I did. That's why it got kind of beat up. Could be.
And I did find if you tape it, it's harder to do that because I have done that as well. Use the other end, but a lot of times I'll just put some tape around it, and then it's hard to use that. Okay, I'm gonna do. It's like I'm torn between the two of them. No, okay, I changed my mind. I'm gonna do this one because it does kind of fit. So I'm starting up above and then coming down. It does look neat with those like the arrows. And then I should also mention, it's not as much on the Havasu because it, mostly straight lines, but I should have mentioned, always want to make sure we're turning our tile so that way we're comfortable. I find that mostly on curve lines that I need to do that. Okay. Am I in? I'm in. Sort of. Oh, I know what I should do. I should move my own one.
I just thought, I hope I remembered to change it. When I mentioned when I saw the post, the mistaken post, I said to Dad, I said, "Oh, Heather's doing a thing tomorrow too," and he said, "Well, here, let me set your alarm for tomorrow."
So you better unset it.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll wonder, what is this I'm supposed to be doing?
Oh, that looks neat. There we go. Okay, that just tickles me. And then, all right, we have fun, and I want to keep it. Oh, we got five minutes, so that looks really, really neat. Now, and so you colored in, for the most part, all of that inside space, because I hadn't done shading here, but I suppose if I wanted to, I could just do like this and this in our. I suppose I could, and I'm doing it, so I'm. I was saying it as if I was thinking it, but
you were thinking out loud.
I was thinking out loud and doing, so it's kind of like, well, I'm stuck with it because that's what I'm doing. Oh, and I just had another thought for this. Okay, I'm gonna have to play some more. Using the. Oh, I'm gonna have to try it. I'm not even gonna say it. And oh, let me see how that. Whoops, I'm off the screen.
Still off to the one side a little bit. For me, yeah.
Maybe I need to make it come out a little further. And it's probably just me, but something about like when I have something like this, like this block, or if I'm auraing and there's lines, if I don't go past, say one line, it just looks like I've filled in just a, like a section instead of it making it look like shading. Let's see.
Yeah, yours really makes it look like it's tucked under the X's. Mine,
does it? Okay.
It looks like it's cut out and set back. To me, anyway, the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, yeah, because yours, looks more filled in. Oh, well, thanks, Demi. And so, yeah, and if everyone, whoever wants to, if you want to, we'll go ahead and do that now. And I'll finish mine. If you want to open up your webcams and we'll show, and what I'll do is I'll make sure to give notice before I take the picture, so that way I don't want anyone's arm falling off waiting. But, yeah, I guess it does kind of look tucked. I need to add something else. I'm thinking I'm going to add some white maybe in there. And, oh, Alyssa, nice. Oh, and I like it if they have, Very cool. Having 3 X's in the middle. Oh, so neat. Oh, and I made
yes.
There we go. Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Elaine added the Omnu in the middle, and oh, yes. And I'm going to collect all these pictures, especially the Ukraine inspired ones, and send them to my the conductor of the symphony I play with, because he's from Ukraine. And
you saw the pictures that Opal posted of those.
Yes. Yeah.
We had a gentleman and his wife. He was Ukrainian, and they brought those in. Their niece does those. They don't do them, but
okay. Neat.
Those.
Neat. All right, so I'm going to guess this is everybody. So I'm going to go ahead. So get them ready. I'm going to take the picture, or the screenshot, I should say. Oh, there we go. There's, yeah. There's a little bit more light on it. That's perfect, Shirley. Oops. All right. Oh. And I like Tom's with the Tom. Oh no, I'm sorry, Rosemary. I like that with the Rosemary. Oh, that's so neat. Where's Tom and Carla?
If you
Tom, oh, there yours are. Thank you for waving. Oh, look at how I like that. Those turned out neat too. Okay, I got it.
Let me make sure. In blue and white. I should have known. It looks beautiful. Nice. I think it's blue.
Oh, hold on a second, guys. I didn't get it. Hold them up again. Sorry. I was like, I hit control whatever. Now let me try. This is why I go and. No, I didn't. Gosh, what's going on? Oh, I know what I did. No. I don't understand. Control. Oh, no, that's why. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. It's not cut and paste. All right. Hold. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Got it. All right. Thank you. No. It's control print screen when you want to make a screenshot, not cut. All right. So let me share my screen so everybody can see everybody's. And yeah. These are just neat. And I like Joyce's. It looks like a road in the middle there.
I can't tell. I mean, Joyce loves blue, so I can't tell if that's blue. It looks blue to me.
Okay.
No, it's black and white. Yeah.
Well, it's a bluish black.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I can get most of everybody in there, just not the names on the bottom. These turned out so fantastic. Yeah. So nice. And I like the addition. Yeah, and Jen, I like your way. You know, maybe that's what I'll do. I like that filling in the background, because I was trying to figure. I needed something else on my other one, but
and Deb did, honoring, for the Ukraine, the colors, the sunflower.
Yeah.
Oh, so did Elaine.
Yeah, and that's what the Omnu kind of looks like, a sunflower. So if you it's so nice that some of them can take on different shapes, and be inspired that way. But yeah, the earlier call, yeah, I had mentioned about Volodymyr, and I said, well, I think that would warm his heart. So
a lot of them colored the blue and the yellow. They look beautiful.
They do. We could come slide down here a little bit. They do indeed. Oh, and I'm just looking at on Tom's. He made did the little block parts different and made a bigger X. That's a nice idea too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just so neat.
Oh, I like the way Rosemary did the colored one. Is that the one you were just talking about? She drew in the blocks, but didn't color them that way. You know, see what I mean?
Yes.
The blocks are drawn in white, but
yeah, the colors just behind. Yeah, that's a neat idea.
Very interesting.
Very, very neat. And then I also like Alyssa's up at the top too. Having it being a different shape, so it doesn't have to be. Oh, she painted the background first. Oh, nice. Having it, I don't know what you call it, where it's, you know, smaller and then getting gradually bigger, you know, out to the sides. Oh, so many neat ideas.
Like I can't think of it either.
Yeah, there's I'm sure there's a word. Somebody will know what it is.
I'm the art teacher. I should know, but I don't.
Oh, but yeah, such neat ideas. Well, thank you, Deb, for creating this so we can have a lot of fun.
So now the rest of you guys get busy. We need one a week.
And then let me know, because it's like usually I always keep. I pick out whatever tangle, and I said it's a secret to everybody except for me. And so this time I had put it on the page, but but if you have a tangle, I mean, there's certain kind of guidelines. Oh, and my pleasure. So here, good to see you, and you'll have to post yours or send it to me. But using the elemental strokes, that's why I like this. There, no up, no down. While it was inspired by something, it's still non-representational, and with all of them, I don't know. It's just so neat. It doesn't get old. So neat, and you can kind of lose yourself in it too, and with all this creativity. Oh my gosh, so many neat ideas. All right, and I'm gonna finish mine, and we'll do I have to do the quickie video on it, so I always have to at least finish one so I can show it. But just so neat. I'm just marveling at all of them. Wow. Okay. I'm done marveling. They're all so fantastic. I'm not done, really. All right, Alyssa. Yeah, we'll see you next week. And so let me stop the screen share and say goodbye to the recording.